an angel. La 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 la. Oh, Alice Angel. La 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 la. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys another cosplay from a game that I have been loving, Bendy and the Ink Machine. We are gonna turn ourselves into Alice Angel. She is quite a gal. This is a fairly simple costume, so if you're looking for something to be this Halloween season, definitely stick around and watch this tutorial. So let's go over the makeup first. Start off with a super clean face. I went ahead and moisturized, but we are going to add some primer. I'm using Yves Saint Laurent. I really love this stuff. It's really silky smooth and keeps my skin nice and moisturized so the concealer doesn't dry it out. So I'm using Kat Von D's Lock-It Foundation. And this is my favorite foundation, as you know. So go ahead and cover your whole face. I'm also going to put this over my eyebrows because I have pretty dark eyebrows and I want to lighten them just a bit because we're going to change the shape of them. So next I'm going to grab a beauty blender and we are just going to blend in our foundation, making sure that it's nice and even. So now that you have your foundation on, I am going to grab a black eye pencil just to draw out where our lines are going to actually be. So this is going to be the Alice Angel that we know and love when we run into her in the game. She has a half deteriorating face. So I'm going to grab some Mehron face paint and I am going to use white along with a small brush. These brushes are by Made You Look if you guys are interested on checking them out. She does some awesome artwork as well, so I thought I would just go ahead and support her by buying her brushes. So now that I've drawn in the teeth roughly, just draw little oval shapes. I'm then going to grab my black and we're going to outline the whole open mouth. So you don't want to paint in the portions that are going to be the skin, so try to skip over those and just color in as carefully as you can with the black. I'm also going to grab the black and pull it in between each tooth, and we're just filling in the rest of the black. I'm not putting too much on my lips because this stuff does come off when it's wet. So for my lips, I'm going to use something different that's going to stay with the moisture. So draw in the little teeth and fill in all of the black areas. You can go in, I went ahead and made some of the skin thinner and did a little bit more details here. So next I'm going to grab some black eyeshadow from Sugarpill and we are going to grab another brush and add a little bit of shading so the teeth won't look so bright. We're giving them a little bit of dimension and just adding this black eyeshadow powder over the teeth and on the bottom and top of the teeth to kind of pull them upwards to the black paint, because we don't want it to just be the black paint and then touching the white. It looks more natural if you have a powder or something to kind of blend it with. So next I'm going to grab my foundation and a smaller brush, and then I'm going to go in on the skin flaps and we are going to add some more over this just to kind of straighten them out, clean them up, and also it adds a little bit of dimension as well because it's a little bit lighter than your skin tone since it's going on thick. Then I'm going to grab a smaller detail brush and we're going to add some creases to our face by just grabbing some black eyeshadow or black powder and drawing these in. This is giving the look of the actual skin flapping and folding over each other. So again, I'm just adding some more powder just for the dimension. And then I'm going to grab a black lipstick. This is a matte lipstick by Lime Crime and it works perfectly as black paint for your lips. So I'm just going to outline my lips, kind of over exaggerating the little heart portion of my top upper lip. And I went ahead and grabbed a thinner brush to do the smaller details and to clean up the edges. And to give it that cartoony look that Alice Angel has, I am kind of just bringing it a little bit further than my natural lip. I'm also going to use black paint for my eyebrows, and we're going to draw the eyebrows on really, really thin. So now I'm just grabbing some black face paint and we're putting this all over my left eye. So Alice's left side of her face is the one that's kind of deteriorating and she wants to look more beautiful. So this is going to be the scary side of the face. So I'm placing black all in my eye socket and kind of just dripping a few little drops down. And then I'm going to move on to the beautiful eye, the glamour eye. I am using, again, black eyeshadow, but this one has a little bit of glitter in it. It is by Sugar Pill, just to glam it up. And we are going to blend this both on the top and lower lash lid. Now I'm going to grab my favorite liquid eyeliner. This is a Felt Tip by M Cosmetics. And we are going to draw a winged eyeliner. I'm going to connect that wing to the bottom and bring it underneath the eye just a bit. And then I'm going to place some black mascara on both of my eyelashes. Next up, I'm grabbing some bronzer. This is by MAC. It's my favorite bronzer if you can't tell. And we are just going to add some bronzer on our cheeks on both sides. And on the top of our forehead and underneath our chin, as well as on the inner corners of our nose and the bottom of our nose. So next, I'm going to grab a highlighter just to glam up the beautiful side a bit. Place some on my cheekbone, on my nose, and on the bridge of my nose. Then I'm grabbing some black paint and drawing on some small details. You don't have to do this step. It's kind of like the cartoony look, but I'm just adding this just to see how it looks and adding some black eyeshadow on top of that. So don't forget to add Alice's beauty mark on her right eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some eyelashes on. So I'm going to grab these really beautiful eyelashes by House of Lashes. And I'm only going to place these on my right eye because we don't need to glam up the left side at all. So once those are dry, now I'm going to get into costumes. So I am going to be using these black faux leather gloves. Everything will be in the description. I'm also using a black wig from Arta Wigs. And then I found this latex corset dress. I thought it'd be really cool because since Alice is made of ink, it has that really awesome shimmer like ink. Again, that will be in the description for you guys if you're interested. I'm also going to wear a black skirt, and we created a DIY for the headband, so the halo and the ears. So we're going to go over that in just a moment, but I'm also going to wear these cartoony gloves. So for Alice Angel's halo and horns, we are going to grab a black headband along with some wire. This is pretty thick wire. You want to make sure that it can hold up the boa, which is going to act as a halo. So we're also going to grab some felt and glitter and also some glue to glue and adhere the glitter onto the felt. So starting off with the horn, you guys can find a little horn template on our website, or you can just try to roughly draw something. It doesn't really matter, but I'll put the link in the description if you guys are interested. We're going to fold a piece of felt in half and draw on the template of the horn. Once you have that drawn on, I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine and we're going to sew it directly on top of the line. Then once we have it sewn, we are not going to close off the little end right here because we need to stuff it. So we're going to make 2 of them. And once you have it sewn, then we are going to cut it. So I have a little flap open right here so we can stuff it, but then we're just going to cut the little horn. Once you have that cut, go ahead and flip that horn inside out. You can use something sharp to make sure that everything is poked out on the sharp end. Then we're going to grab some stuffing and stuff the horn. Next, I'm going to grab a white piece of thread and a needle, and we're just going to sew it in and out all the way around the horn. And once you have it completely sewn all the way around, we're just going to pull that tightly and it should bunch up just like this, keeping the stuffing nice and tight inside. So go ahead and knot that off and do the same thing for the other horn. And once you have that done, I'm going to take this over and add some glue onto the felt just with my finger. And this step is optional, but if you want to glam up your horns a bit, I'm gonna add some glitter on. So just place the glue onto the horn, and then we're gonna sprinkle some glitter onto this and let it dry completely. So now that you have 2 horns, we're now ready to move on to the headband. I'm gonna grab some wire, and we're going to wrap this around the center of the headband, making sure to leave excess wire so we can connect our circle for the actual halo. So leave some extra. It really depends on how high you want the halo to sit. So I cut mine about 7-8 inches long. Then we're gonna grab another piece of wire, and we're going to create a circle out of this and just wrap the 2 edges together. Cut off any excess wire to make sure that you don't poke yourself. And you might have to reshape this a bit. It doesn't have to be completely circular because the bow is gonna cover the actual wire. So go ahead and find the center of that circle, and you're going to wrap on the wire that's connected onto the headband and wrap that on to 2 edges. So cut off the excess wire and make sure it's completely centered, and wrap the other side as well. Next, I'm going to grab a white feather boa, and I'm going to wrap this around the circle wire. So we're gonna wrap it all the way around, and then I'm gonna cut off where the 2 meet. And then I'm just gonna grab some hot glue and glue the 2 pieces together. So gluing feather boas are a little bit tricky. You have to find the actual center connection and not glue the feathers. Just for a little added security, I'm just grabbing some white thread and tying a knot over the 2 ends so it doesn't come undone. So now I'm gonna grab some more hot glue, and we're going to place on our horns. The horns kind of come out of the sides of Alice's head, so make sure to find the placement before you actually glue them. So that is all that we did for the headband. So for the rest of the costume, I just wore a black skirt along with black knee-high boots, and that completes my look for Alice Angel. Oh, Alice Angel. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and try it out yourself. If you do recreate this, please, I would love to see all of your recreations. Tweet me a picture, tag me on Instagram. I really love seeing what you guys do. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you guys like Bendy and the Ink Machine, leave a like, and check out tomorrow's video where I'm actually wearing this cosplay and finishing off chapter 3. As always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Cupquake, and I will see you guys later. Bye!